Hey, it's James here. It is the 17th of October 2018, the day that Canada has legalized marijuana, pot, or weed, whichever you may call it. People are celebrating in Canada today, one of the first countries in the world to decriminalize or legalize the medicinal herb that is known as marijuana, containing THC and CBD amongst other active compounds. So why today, with all this good news, are cannabis stocks dropping? So today, in today's video, I'm going to be doing a bit of analysis on the prices of both Tilray and Canopy Growth, two of the top marijuana stocks in Canada, to see what might be happening with the price. So this is the entire time that Tilray has been trading. It started off around about the 23rd of August, and we've seen a gradual increase in price. Let's first of all draw the bottom trend line, and let's try to get as much of the price action as possible. The touch of the trend line there was on the 10th of October 2018. We are also seeing a bit of a resistance line as well. Let's just make sure I'm on the logarithmic chart here and move this line back to here. Actually, I was missing off the beginning of the chart. So let's see if we can get a top line as well. We did have a peak up here. See if that matches any of these lines. Kind of like this channel, but we did have a breakout that went outside of that channel, so I'm going to ignore that on this analysis. We did break up and test the 300 line, which is a really good bullish sign for the Tilray price. So generally we've seen trading within this kind of price range, and let's go to the 4-hour chart to get some more details on what's happened more recently. So we did see this correction down from 300, maybe 300 was a bit too high too soon for the Tilray price, and then it did correct down to $98 at the minimum, and then we saw a next peak of $173. Recently that was tested again, and the price went slightly above at $177. So we've seen a higher high more recently. Let's just draw these on the chart, roughly from there to there. So we can see now that the price is entering an ascending triangle pattern. If we do take the bottom of that pattern, so the bottom from here, let's draw a arrow, because most likely this will break out on the upside because it is an ascending triangle, like so. So the breakout will be probably equivalent to that length there. So if we break out roughly here, then we can see a breakout to the upside of $265. So what I'm looking for is an increase in price here, and then hopefully it will break through this line and head towards this kind of price here, which does fit in with the more long-term price channel. So that is my prediction for Tilray. I shall save that for you and put the link in the video description. And I think the reason why the price has come down today rather than going up is because of taking profits at these levels. We were at pretty much an all-time high if you exclude this area here. So the reason that the price didn't shoot up immediately is because people have taken profits, and that's pushed the price down because of all the people that are selling here who may have bought back here. Maybe they brought on the way up here, so if they was to sell at the top, that is a good 27% profit, and there's a lot of new investors in the marijuana space at the moment, so I think this would explain the sell-off that we have seen. So on to the next stock, which is Canopy growth, or Canopy growth I should say. So let's load up that chart and let's go to the 1-day view. Okay, so I've now zoomed out. Canopy growth actually started quite a long time ago, back on the 24th, even earlier on, actually the 6th of July 2010. So this company's been going quite a long time, but properly started trading on the 1st of May 2013, when the price was at a peak of $4.30. So since then the price has increased from $4.30 to the current price that we're seeing at roughly $67. Let's see if I can get that on there accurately. So yep, that is a growth of 1,430%, so a huge growth during that time, although the price did actually go less than that. So let's just zoom in on some more recent action. Let's go to this year's action. So since the beginning of the year, the price peaked at $44 on the 10th of January, 9th or 10th of January, and then it's seen a bit of a correction down to lows of $20.85, and more recently, just like Tilray, it pumped to $74.45 on the 5th of September, so not too long ago. And then again it's seen a bit of a correction, and then up to a peak recently on the 15th of October, and the 16th of October yesterday did go up to the maximum of $76.50 roughly, before seeing a correction downwards today, and we went to a low of $63. So again, the price has dropped because people have taken profit at this top range here, and then maybe there was a lot of fear where the price started dropping, which may have resulted in more people selling off, and perhaps these people bought when the prices were low back here, so still they would have made a good profit. For example, profit of, say, well, over 100%, so really decent profit during that time. But what will happen to the price of Canopy growth going forward now that Canada has legalized recreational marijuana sales, as well as, of course, medical marijuana? Well, I do believe the price is going to go up, and let's show you why if we draw on some trend lines. So let's go back to the all-time view and draw on the longest term trend lines. So from, let's ignore this part here where it's really messy, let's go to the lowest low here and see if we can fit that to this line. So we can see there's several contacts there and here of that low, and let's draw on a high line. I don't know if we can include this one, not really. We're going to have to ignore that lowest one and maybe connect this one and this one. Then we can see it does roughly join these lines here. So we are seeing quite highs at the moment for Canopy growth. On the monthly view we are pretty high, so if it carries on following this line, then we're looking at, let's look, 1st of January 2019, the price could be up at $91.96, and that would be an increase from today's price of, let's work that out again, that would be an increase of 40% from today if the price follows that kind of line, which would mean that it does have to stay in oversold kind of territory here on the relative strength index for the rest of the year. Now, how likely would that be to happen? I think it's more likely that we could see a bit of a drop in the relative strength, but let's check on the 1 week and 1 day charts to be sure of that. So on the 1 week chart, we did see the RSI levels cool off recently, and then a bit of an increase, which I think has been pushed up by the positive news about the legalization of marijuana in Canada. And let's check on the 1 day chart as well. On the 1 day chart, the RSI levels were really high on the 27th of August, and then they did drop down to the lowest point on the 1st of October, and then we are seeing the lows seem to be increasing. So we've got to really wait and see, I think, to see whether this is going to go higher, in which case we'd probably stay at the top of this price channel. So it doesn't look like a lot of possible growth for Canopy's growth in the short term. Let's just check. Well, possibly pretty good growth, but we are at the top of that price channel. Could see 35–40%, as I say, by the end of the year. But if that does drop to the bottom of the channel, then that is a big drop of 61%. So it's a risky time at the moment to get involved in Canopy growth, I would say. So do wait and see, don't necessarily buy in then. But if we do see the price dropping, then of course you could look at shorting the stock. Let's just add on one overlay here, which is the Bollinger Bands. And the Bollinger Band shows us that really the entire time we've been right at the top of the range. Canopy growth is doing pretty good. It's keeping above the 20-week moving average here. So chances are, according to this, if we do see a drop down to where the middle point would be here in the future, then it could bounce back up. So just bear that in mind with your trading, and I'll draw on my prediction for you here. So that was my prediction until April 2019. I'll save that for you and put the link in the video description and see how that does. So good luck with your trading. Thank you for watching the video. Check out this video as well, which I'm sure you will love, and give the video a like and subscribe for more videos like this. Thanks for watching. See you again soon. Bye for now.